Welcome to the Nintopics podcast. We are live. Well, not live for those listeners. We are pre-recorded for you. You can pretend we're live. But we are live every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and that's 7:30 Central. Because we're right now, guys. If you did not know this, we have the Eastern side, we have Central, and we have West. The West. Paul's in the West. Joyce is in Central Time, and I'm Eastern Time. So we have all time zones represented on this podcast. Have you ever heard that before? Pretty sure you have. But you not like the Nintopics podcast. So it's Friday. We have a lot to talk about. We are happy here. Welcome everyone watching live. Welcome everyone watching on Apple Music, Spotify, and what's the other ones? The other
radio.
The radio, right? The radio on XL 106.7 FM or AM because we can't afford FM. So what's up, Nintopians? You successfully launched the show that brings the hype and fixes the canon. We promise you fully evergreen content. Well, semi-evergreen content. We talk about news at the beginning of the podcast, but then we go into the evergreen grounds. Meaning this show is always fun, always relevant, and never, ever justified. Here's your mission if you choose to accept it. If you love the show, you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you find your audio. Go right now on the Mike Odyssey channel, Paul Gale Network, and whenever Yoshi decides to make a channel on YouTube, you'll find it there too. We drop the blue shell every single week. Don't get KO'd. Hit that subscribe button and get that notifications on so you don't miss another podcast. All right, grab your mushrooms and your master swords. Les Fritz stopped. Okay, I think that's the official beginning of the podcast. So yeah, welcome everybody to the podcast. Without further ado, let me go ahead and shoot it over to
Eureka! I just got an amazing idea.
Our co-host, our special. This is our newest co-host is the Talking Flower. He'll be attending. We have two Talking Flowers. Paul has another one on his side too. He has not yet opened it, but we do have two Talking Flowers now on the podcast. We are a podcast of what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people now, and so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, he has a lot to say.
Upcoming plans?
You know, maybe we should just have a podcast once where we let the flowers talk to each other, and that's the whole podcast.
Exactly, right? They have a lot to say. But if you have not caught that on the channel, I have an unboxing. Also the setup, because a lot of people told me, hey, there's not a setup online. It's not that easy to set up, and so if you are gonna check it out, go ahead and check out that video. It's up right now. All right, over to Paul, the Gale, the Force, the Network. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good today. I went to Super Nintendo World a couple of days ago. Days ago.
Mario Day.
Yeah, on Mario Day, and it was a lot of fun. It was neat seeing them celebrate, especially celebrate the Super Mario Galaxy movie, where all on City Walk in front of the AMC, in every store before you get to Super Nintendo World itself, which is on the bottom floor of the whole Universal Studios park in Hollywood, just Mario Galaxy stuff left and right, merchandise, balloons, every shop having toys exclusive to the park, Lumas, which I checked out. I didn't pick them up, but really cool. The park itself had a Rosalina cupcake, which I had, which was also nice. I filmed a video with Princess Peach having my countdown to the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which was fun, and she did that with me. And I did a Today in Gaming History video there too, which was 10 years ago on March 10th. Nintendo officially acknowledged Mario Day for the first day. You could find a little bit of an earlier fact that might be 2015 when they celebrated for the first time, but not like officially within the company. They just tweeted it once. But anyways, that's what's new with me this week. Celebrating Mario. And also several days ago, I beat Resident Evil Requiem.
Nice.
March 7th. Yeah. So I guess after last podcast, the Saturday following, 6 days ago. And my gosh, What an incredible game. My play time in actuality was like 23 hours, 45 minutes. My game time on the game itself was 14:43. So it just goes to show you, you do get more out of the game than what the game time says on the clock because you die a lot. and you or you purposely die to redo that area because you know you could do it better without getting bit that one time, you know, without having to use that extra thing to heal it. But I gave the game a 9.9. I truly couldn't find anything bad with it. There's nothing bad or wrong with the game. It just didn't get a 10 because a 10 is truly reserved for this is one of the best games of all time. And I think this is quite close. Like I said, nothing bad. All brilliance. Just 9.9. A couple of little things like, oh, this would have served me a little better, but not to dock it, you know. And yeah, I mean, we'll talk about Pokemon Pokovia, but that's also hot in the news. But yeah, I'm doing well. It's a fun day so far, and I'm looking forward to Taco tonight.
That's awesome, Paul. I mean, be honest, Paul. Is there ever a bad game for you?
There are bad games that exist. Yeah.
Have you played them?
Go play them.
Yeah, there you go.
I choose to play good ones, just like movies. I choose to watch good movies.
I mean, you're like me with movies. I can't find a bad movie. I mean, I do find bad endings sometimes, and you know, there's a rare one that you kind of leave upset with the bad taste in your mouth because it starts out well, great potential. You're loving it, all of a sudden it ends not great. But I see what you mean. All right, over to the queen of the podcast.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Joycey is still under the weather, so y'all please forgive me. I look a hot mess, so I wanted to save your eyeballs. But I see all you beautiful people. I see Paul. I see Michelbig. Ooh, I see Pokemon fan. I see Charlie. Hey, y'all. I'm on the mend, y'all. I finally ate for real. I unfortunately have not been playing games. There's a certain level of illness I have to reach before I don't go to work. For those that don't know already, I work from home. So I don't give myself a lot of excuses. So I've literally gone to work and then slept. That is what I have done. Except I did take time out to be full on jealous of Paul as he was at where were you? Super Mario World, right?
Super Nintendo World on the
Super Nintendo World. Yes. I watched your whole video. I thought everything was adorable. And I was going to mention about that plushie.
I knew it.
Like, oh, yes. And I said, that's only $95. I low-key want to tell you to go pick me up one. Everything at the park, I would have thought that would have been $200-300, minimum.
Yeah.
I should have done a pre-park live stream. Hey, what do you all want? Just Venmo me the cost of the item, no extra, pay for shipping, don't worry about no tip, nothing, just what do you want? Pay me the exact amount and the shipping. And I would do like a live stream, bam, let me collect all your guys' stuff and deliver it because, yeah, a lot of the merchandise they had was pretty cool and park exclusive. And that Yoshi was an adorable, like 3 foot tall, pretty heavy, but really soft, totally cuddly, like body pillow Yoshi. There was it light green and pink? I think.
I think it was pink.
Yeah, there were 2 colors, but it was nice. They also had it wasn't quite a Woolly World Yoshi, but it was a different material Yoshi too. And I was thinking about getting that, but I didn't. But that was nice too, like a small guy.
All I know is that if I saw a Mickey Mouse plushie that was that size at the Disney store, just in Texas, or if I were to go to Disney World, that thing would have been $400. That's all I'm saying.
Awesome.
So Nintendo, I know now that I will have to bring money, of course, when I finally get there, but I don't have to break the bank. It sounds like.
I mean, it doesn't have to be so far ahead, and you don't have to really break the bank because we do have Indie Mania coming up. There's a chance I might be flying Paul over to Orlando area, if we do the show in Full Sail, I'll fly you too, Joycey, and then
Yay!
we'll have a podcast from Super Nintendo World, all expenses paid.
That would be amazing. And I hopefully Princess Peach and I could sit and have tea so I can explain to her why her actions at the end of Mario Odyssey were completely inappropriate, and I'm still mad at her.
Yeah, it'll be an epic universe. You go. Oh, that way you compare Super Nintendo Worlds. They're different. I've already had people spoken to people who have been to both. You don't have Donkey Kong Country yet over there?
No Donkey Kong, no Yoshi.
Yeah, no, you don't have the Yoshi ride?
No.
Like the big butt Yoshi ride? You don't have the big butt Yoshi ride?
No, they have a like a Secret Lives of Pets ride that, from what I heard when it was built, is kind of a similar mechanic as what the Yoshi ride ended up becoming. And I'm like, oh man, I would have rather had Yoshi, but it's elsewhere in the park. And that Secret Lives of Pets one is kind of fun. It's cool, but yeah.
We'll do it. No, for real. Let's do it. Joycey, all you got to do is just interview a couple of developers and you have a full paid ride to Universal Epic Universe with Paul. And that way, we'll do it together, and then we could do a podcast from Epic Universe.
Yay! I can't wait till they get like Hyrule World. Just purely off vibes.
Yeah.
Doesn't Twilight Princess seem like it should be a roller coaster, or is that just me?
Ooh, interesting.
Have either of you ever been to like Six Flags Magic Mountain or whatever Six Flags park is respective to your area? The live action Batman shows that they used to have.
Oh, that was a while ago.
A live action Link versus Ganondorf, actors, actresses portraying as Zelda with bow and arrow and like lights going off and a little bit of a flicker and stuff and music, and like, man, that would be cool. Like to see a live action Zelda boss battle show and hologram effect and Deku Tree talking and this and pulling out the Master Sword. Like that would be a cool.
Yeah.
I just went, I used to go to the E3s and there were magical kingdoms full of stuff.
Yeah.
And finally now we have theme parks. But I'm like, let's crank it up and take that E3 magic plus the Super Nintendo World magic and have live action shows of iconic scenes and battles. That would be cool.
Yeah.
What if they're able to do it live, the ending of Tears of the Kingdom?
Interesting.
With the
right on top.
That would be crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with a live orchestra.
Do you think that, speaking of music and orchestra, do you think the movie might have a song?
Which one? Zelda?
The live action movie?
Yes.
Like a singing word song?
Yeah, like a soundtrack, like a sung soundtrack.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Special to the movie.
I just don't know what it sounds like from their perspective of the story. I would have to hear the story. But I will admit, y'all know I'm a R&B head, I'm a rock head, I'm an oldies head. But any type of genre of music that I'm really into, I really can't see it fitting into Zelda. I'm like, we need songs that sound Zelda-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it. We are definitely counting down to the Legend of Zelda live action movie next year. We can say that now. And in June, I'm sure we'll start that 40th anniversary of Zelda as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Can you imagine? We're just watching the Zelda movie, chilling, and some ludicrous song comes out of nowhere.
Oh my God, no, I think so.
Move! Get out the way! Sorry.
Yeah. The Mario soundtrack was surprising, but the 80s songs that they had did fit because that's what a lot of people were familiar with. And a lot of the songs they chose were such awesome pieces because I'm a big fan of like each of those songs.
Yes.
Take On Me is like one of my all-time favorites. So the fact that was in there, I was so happy. Zelda though, I don't know if they're going to use licensed music. I can't really quite picture it unless if it's a historic, iconic instrumental piece.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing some nods to the past from Koji Kondo, some new pieces that are Zelda, as far as like a vocal set of something heroic and noble, but with words,
Yeah.
I don't have that in my mind
I
of
mean,
where
I-
and when and how.
did you see
Maybe?
did you see the song I wrote for Zelda?
Yes,
It's on
I
the
did.
channel.
I liked it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's on the channel. Yeah, you can look at it right now, Paul, if you want. It's on a channel. It's called I can't remember. It has I also did like a music video for it using clips of the game. And I think this is like for the Zelda movie. But I wrote that even before the Zelda movie, was even announced. So it wasn't technically for the Zelda movie. It was just like a little project that I had. But yeah, on my end, I've been dealing with eyesight problems. I had to cancel a direct news the other day because of it. I blame it on Pokovia. There, I said it. 100% blame on Pokovia. That's the only game you can pick up, blink, and hours pass by. Little hours pass by, And so anybody out there, please stay away. If you love your time, if you enjoy time with your kid, your family, your job, stay away. Stay away. It is a system seller. I wanted to share this little bit here that made me super happy. The other day I was looking at the sales for Pokovia, right? And Paul, can you go over those numbers?
Heck yeah. First of all, for those that follow me at Polygale Network on X, you would have learned 2 days earlier that Pokemon Pokovia was the fastest selling standalone Nintendo Switch 2 game to date that was an exclusive to the system to sell 1 million copies. And then 2 days later, Nintendo came out saying that in its first 4 days of availability, Pokemon Pokovia sold over 2.2 million units worldwide.
Insane.
Mind-blowing.
Insane.
Wow.
And it has only helped an already stable, consistently selling well Nintendo Switch 2 skyrocket.
Yep.
The physical cartridge version of the game, which is a Game Key card version, was sold out pretty much worldwide.
Yep.
They undervalued how much they thought it was going to do, which helped lead to more eShop sales. But with restocks coming out, those are selling out. They're going to print money and end up having kind of like what happened in March and April of 2020 with Animal Crossing. Kind of coincidental, is it not? That it's another March release? Huh.
Yeah.
Something about that spring cozy time. I wonder. That I think we're going to see March, April sales up, and probably this become an evergreen of sorts. Will it last all generation long like Animal Crossing? Hard to say, but it's really good start.
It will. Isn't it? Have you played it, Paul? Have you played it? Okay, then. It's not hard to say. It's like I said, it's Minecraft. It's Animal Crossing. It's what's this other game? I was gonna say Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah, that one.
I've been hearing that.
Dragon Quest Builders. I mean, it's so much put into one game, and it's so fun and it's so addicting. It's gonna continue to sell. And this is the reason why I'm showing this for all your listeners. I just pulled up a little image here of a screen recording that I took on X. I think the day of, the same day that we got the news for the 2.42 million units sold, and I started looking on X and I saw a post by Glenn Coco. She bought her Nintendo Switch plus Mario Kart, the bundle, but because of Pokovia, right? Now he had to jump over, and then her comments went viral. And as you look down, there are like a lot of people joining her, letting her know that she's not alone when it comes to them picking up a Nintendo Switch. This one says, "I want to buy it. I don't know where to offload my Switch OLED." So they're trying to upgrade from the Switch OLED to buy Pokovia on Switch 2. We have another person here who shared their new Nintendo Switch 2. They bought Pokovia digitally because, of course, it was sold out. It's got it today. We have another person who shared their entire little package here. Here. how do you go about buying it? People are like really interested in just getting the Nintendo Switch 2 and getting Pokovia. And then this one right here just made me smile. They went ahead and bought the entire set here: the Pro Controller, a case, the Nintendo Switch 2, and a copy of Pokovia, even if it's a key card. Right? Cool thing about that is that we quickly find out that the general audience could care less if it's a key card or not. The general audience, the loud minority, those people you see on X, right? They're just louder. It doesn't mean that they represent the general population. It's the general audience. People are not, unlike you and me, that we're into gaming. We know news. People who can care less about that. They just see the game. They pick it up. They insert it. They download it, and they play. And that's all they care about, right? And then like Paul said, they underestimated how many copies they were going to sell. I'm sure that there will be batches and so on. I think Walmart also said they were going to be letting people know when a second wave of Pokemon Pokovia units would come in. And so that is just insane. So Lottie Tro here, only 40 subscribers left. 40 subscribers left to 57,000 on the channel. By the way, subscribe if you have not done so yet. All right, that is amazing job, guys. I in my house had to be one of the ones who jumped on the Pokovia. Wait a minute, the Pokovia fever with 2 extra Nintendo Switch 2s for each of my daughters because of Pokovia. So it is a system seller, and I'm excited. I'm excited for them that they get to experience. They didn't want to update at all. Like they were just fine with the Nintendo Switch Lights. You know, they wanted to wait till the Nintendo Switch 2 Lite. You know, and so here we have. It's a good thing when it's a success, and congratulations to Pokovia, to Nintendo, and more to come. You know. All right, so. In today's podcast, we have a special little subject we're going to talk about, and we're talking about the NES. Who remembers the Nintendo Entertainment System?
I have fond memories of that gray box.
Oh yeah.
So, Paul, do you see the note? Do you see the notes right there?
I see the notes, but just letting you know, the screen is black.
The screen is black. Like what screen? Like your screen?
Or is that just me, everybody?
I think it's you.
I can't see us anymore.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it could be just you.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Am I waving my hand? Do I see my hand?
Are you okay, Paul? Paul.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Are you being sucked into another portal again?
For a moment, I thought, oh, there we go. Oh, there we
Paul is still stuck in a pipe in Super Nintendo World.
Yeah, I was stuck in the warp pipe. Yeah, I was worried for a moment. What's going on? Yeah, hold on. So what was the question? NES, do I have memories of it? Absolutely. It was my first, I would say, real video game console. Before I got my own NES, my family and I did have a TI-94A computer game system combo. I should bring it out on stream one of these days, but it was a keyboard.
Yeah.
And off on the right side, it had a slot where you could stick in cartridges. And it was very simple stuff like Space Invaders, this Zip, Zap, Zop kind of game, a little typing program, some other line-based title. Very simple kind of thing. I played NES, at friends' houses, at cousins' house. But when I got mine, I guess it was a little bit later into the generation. But nonetheless, I was in love with the thing. I got it July 7th, 1989 for my 6th birthday. I got the deck with the 2 NES controllers, the gray and orange Zapper gun, Super Mario Brothers with Duck Hunt, and I got to pick one game on the side, which was the Rocketeer, and have my Pizza Hut Rocketeer pack with a special portfolio that came with it. It was just like such a magical time for me as little 6-year-old Paul getting this for his birthday. And that system truly like made me into a hardcore gamer from a very young age. NES revolutionized the industry, and some people like to, I see, take credit away, because I've had conversations online where like, oh, NES didn't matter to the world, it only mattered to United States, where the gaming industry crashed after Atari and all these other folks. And I'm like, you know what happens in the world trickles and impacts other parts of the world. So I think it's a little bit naive to say NES was only beneficial to coming out in the US, and that the rest of the world was fine, and they would have been fine if Nintendo Entertainment System never came out. I don't think that's true, because you can see how like anything that happens in the world, any phone, any car, any TV show, movie, song, technology, fast food restaurant idea, everything eventually gets shared. So no, NES was valuable. It went on to selling 61.91 million units. It had 500 million pieces of software sold. It was a almost 9-to-1 attach rate. I loved it. That D-pad, that beautiful rectangle controller, those two buttons, it still feels good in my adult hands, but it was, perfect as a kid. And yeah, that set the foundation of what gaming was going to be. And in my opinion, you know how people are so set up on this what generation is what kind of scenario, right?
Yeah.
I like to say, yeah, we are in the 10th generation of gaming overall. The first gens took so long because technology wasn't evolving that quickly. And then we got into like third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and it kind of was more established. I like to kind of look at it from two different perspectives. Yeah, there's the whole lineage of we're in 10th gen now, but I have a different way of looking at it, and that is classic era and modern era, kind of like a BC AD type of scenario.
Yeah.
I like that.
Classic era is pre-July 1983, because July 1983, not only was I born, but the Famicom came out. And the Famicom, being the NES DNA in Japan, was the birth of a new era of consistent modern gaming technologies continuously evolving from one company that never left. So in my opinion, we are in the 8th gen of the modern era of gaming. And then you could very easily say NES, Super NES, N64, Nintendo GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Nintendo Switch 2. We are in the 8th gen of modern gaming. And that's thanks to this Famicom NES debut back in 1983, 1985, respectively. And that's not to give, favoritism to Nintendo, but that's because they are the only consistent player today from back then that has never left, that has always released a console and games per generation. So I think they are owed that credit of, yeah, you could begin modern era gaming and have that classifier with the NES as a starting point. Yeah. Okay, enough said. Woo, that's my mic drop.
I mean, you're right. You're right. You made a lot of good points. And I just want to add that when Paul mentioned the numbers for the software sales, right now we hear the word software, we're thinking digital. No, we were talking about hard copies, cartridges, 500,000 cartridges. They had to print, manufacture, ship, box. It was just a different beast back in the day. And so nowadays, a console to sell 500 million, we count in digital. I mean, right now, Xbox Series X has not sold that much at all, not even close to it, right? But before I take it over to Joycey, let me go ahead and just put some context here. The NES launched in 1985, was sold as an entertainment system, not a toy. I remember that little poster. I used to have that poster where it says, "This is not a toy." To avoid the 1983 market crash stigma. It featured the Nintendo seal of quality, the region consumer trust, the hook story, the original NES design, the gray box used used a toaster loading style because market research showed that Americans were more comfortable with a VCR style front loading than the top loading toy. So that's the reason why the NES had the front facing cartridge, because we were used to the VCR, just kind of like, I remember I used to have a VCR. They used to load on the top. It's like you put the tape and then you close the top from the top like that. And it was like huge, big, and giant gray. And it wasn't even one of the hi-fi forehead VCR. I mean, I can still remember these VCRs, the most expensive ones. And so that is just a little bit of background for the NES. I was born before it came out, before before both of them came out, the Japan one and the NES in the United States. And yeah, it not fans are not really gonna credit too much, but guess what? History credits the NES, the Nintendo system, as the system that really brought gaming back from that market crash. And not to mention, just to add to what Paul was saying, I mean, America is the biggest video game market in the world. You know what I mean? It's the biggest. Nintendo of America is Nintendo's biggest market. So it's obviously, if the United States failed, if America failed, America, South America, Central America, if America failed in gaming, then technically the world fails, right? And Nintendo stays in its little corner in Japan, and you know what I mean? Because other areas like Brazil didn't get the NES until later. They didn't get so literally NES was Japan, United States, Canada, on that little area there. So it's just a little bit of a background story, and thank you, Paul, for sharing that information. That's awesome. Joycey, what is your first thing? You bought an NES, right, when it came out? Close to the area, did you?
No, of course my dad bought it.
Your dad, of course, yeah.
I was a baby. I didn't know what was going on.
And what is that? What's the first game you remember playing? What are your father's memories?
So I've told a lot of these stories before, so I'm going to keep some of them quick, but then I got a new one. Okay. The first game we played was Super Mario Bros. And Dad tried so hard to be the player too. Shout out to our parents. They tried to help us, y'all. But Dad was just like, look, I just got this for you and your brother. Y'all, when basically the Nintendo is for when he wanted us in the house. You know what I mean? Because back in our day, we went outside. Okay. It's not that we never played video games or read books or anything like that. It's just that summertime or long weekends, go outside, Yeah. But when Dad wanted to make sure to keep an eye on us and everything, and my brother to keep an eye on me, hey, go play some Nintendo,
Yeah.
But my dad tried so hard to be Luigi, and I was like, Daddy, you suck. You don't know what you're doing. I didn't say it like that, I swear, but I said something to that nature. But one of my best memories, and I don't even fully remember, but I know it happened kind of thing. My brother and I beating Contra together.
Ooh.
And that was huge because I don't think we really understood how brutal those games were. Because like now trying to get through Contra, thankfully I still have the muscle memory.
Yeah.
So I can still get through it. But back then, I don't think we realized how brutal Contra was. And then you always had to get the spread gun because the spread was the best gun in the whole game. Because it spread, the bullets spread everywhere, could hit multiple enemies. Sometimes it was hilarious when I would jump on a platforming level. I would jump up and leave my brother down there and let him die.
Yeah.
I'm the little sister, so I had to do reckless things like that.
Yeah.
but I distinctly remember it's one of the ladder levels where you have to time it to go across. You have to get across this path, but there's these hooks at the top that come down ever so often, and you have to time it a certain way so you and your player 2 can get across. And I still have muscle memory for that, which is insane, honestly. But that was something me and my brother did, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but I accidentally knocked something over on my dad's most like expensive gear or something, like some of his audio gear. My dad loves big music and loud music and everything, still does. I remember. Oh, it's taking me to my happy place. But anyway, my brother and I was like, Dad's gonna kill me. And my brother's like, ooh, let's play some Nintendo. We'll tell him later.
This is where you dropped your brother? You left him behind?
Not on that particular day, but that was, when I know I did something wrong and my dad was gonna get like super mad. Again, y'all, we had different kind of parents. Boomer's anger was on a whole other level. We didn't have gentle parenting, okay? So my brother was like, yeah, let's just play some Nintendo. We'll tell Dad later. So I have more memories of my NES and everything than like that. I remember Kung Fu. Kung Fu was one of those tough ones, and I'm gonna tell you the other one that kicked my butt. Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden, I remember that one too.
I can still hear exactly where you're supposed to jump and everything. All those sound cues really, really, really helped. But I could now, if you asked me to play through Ninja Gaiden now, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Yes, I liked this boss.
Yeah,
y'all. I know we talking about older games, and some of our viewers are a lot younger. But guys, please give some of our old faves a chance. This game, Contra, is so lit.
Yeah,
it is so much fun, and it's on a good challenge level, I think.
Yeah, and then playing a 2-player where you guys got to team up and just kind of go throughout, it just makes it more fun too.
It does, and if you're playing with your sibling, you can leave them at the bottom of the page and just keep jumping up.
Let's get some. Let's get lower this background music and get some Contra audio. You guys can listen to the. Those sound effects are awesome. Love it,
awesome.
Right?
This level isn't too bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Joycey. I'm right there with you. Everybody's already heard my story about NES, how I encountered NES. So I'm not gonna talk about that background story. You guys can check another podcast because we have another podcast where we talk about NES and the first love, right? But I can tell you games that, and I have a question for you and Paul and the chat in a little bit, okay? That's gonna make you guys think, okay? And it's a good question. But just like Joycey, Contra is a huge part of my childhood. Just this intro. Listen to it. That intro right there. That intro right there just takes me back to another one. Another game that go ahead and another game that I'm extremely attached to is none other than.
I have stories about this one too.
Punch Out.
Good.
This guy put the Mike Tyson code in there.
I want a new one. I would like a new one. Even the Wii one. The Wii one ported over widescreen 4K, boom, good enough. Like that would be a nice one that hasn't been played in a while, so it's even more fresh because it's longer, not like a Switch game or a Wii U title, like it's a few gens old.
Yeah. And Nintendo has released some punching games, but
Arms, yeah.
they should just kind of go back to Punch Out and revive this and bring it back.
I think there's and I don't say this to be shady or anything. I truly don't. But I think we are in a different cultural climate but maybe because the thing about it is, like, we've had time to research and learn about these games over the years. Soda Popinski, he was actually for real drinking vodka, which is a negative stereotype of his people. And there were a lot of things that it was, to me, not necessarily negative versus poking fun at people. And there's another character in the Wii version that it is definitely poking at a certain community, but it really is all in good fun. I don't know, though, if people could handle it, if they were to really keep the true spirit of the game. I don't know if people could handle it.
You mean to bring back Mike Tyson?
No, not Mike Tyson. No, well, Mike Tyson's American, but Soda Pop.
Some of the characters in the game.
Big King Hippo. I forgot his name, but he was one of the toughest ones, or tougher ones. He was the one that would disappear and fly around the ring and then come up at the last second. No. He would hit you when he goes around the wing.
Yeah,
I believe that character was supposed to be allegedly like from India and things like that.
Yeah, from India. Yeah. He was one of the cats from India. I mean, they could still have certain characters. I mean, characters from all over the world, like that. To maybe just modernize it to represent every character there. Not so much as in stereotyping like it was before, but more like representation of all characters. You know what I mean? So
I would like that, but I was never offended because I was like, okay, well,
I mean, it's just a game. Yeah, it's just a game.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, NES was just such a crazy system. It was just so much fun. This game right here, Kung Fu, I have it. I bought it the other day because I wanted to have it at my local farmers market, where there's a guy who sells a lot of NES stuff and Nintendo stuff. And then he also, I bought the Kung Fu in the box with the case and the pamphlets. He gave it to me for $50. I'm like, what? Okay, I'll take it.
Nice.
Oh,
and shout out to Random Guy 360. That character's name was Great Tiger. That's right.
Ooh.
Thank you for reminding me, dear. That was a guy I had to learn how to beat rhythmically because I couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah. But okay, I have a question for Paul, and I have a question for Joycey, and I have a question for the chat because I think I added this question to the notes, but it's something that I thought about right as we were about to hit the podcast, because I think it's important to talk about this, right? What game, okay, could you say from the NES era that could compete when it comes to the level design? What game from the NES era, could be from any game on the NES you played, that has such a great level that you can bring that level over to a current game and that it will still be one of the best levels ever made? Who wants to go first?
Let Paul go first. I got to think about this one.
I mean, the simplicity yet elegance of Super Mario Brothers World 1-1, World 1-2, there's just something so...
Can it compete with levels today?
I mean, in some ways, yeah, because those simplistic in design and in two-dimensionalness, you don't forget, like, this is where you jump to get that one-up mushroom.
Yeah.
This is where you run and slide to then hit this brick to get this super mushroom to come out. So I think it's like the simplicity in it that's so iconic that you could say it survives today because those were Easter eggs before they were Easter eggs. You know what I mean? Those were hidden things before hidden things became apparent. So I think like if you modernized that level, which has been done before, and you're just running and jumping in some random game out there, like, what, you hit this invisible block? What the heck? That could work. Other than that, I think somewhat comically of Battletoads. I think it's like the second stage where you're going down this big tree trunk tunnel-like thing and turning into a bell and smashing to enemies back and forth. You know, you throw some modern visuals, and that's just cool, going subterranean, going down.
Yeah.
Another one that comes to mind, and I don't know if this would be that popular because it's kind of like, well, it's a meme for the wrong reasons because how tough it is.
Yeah.
But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles underwater diffusing the bombs.
Yes. Yes, I remember that.
What do you mean? You could just walk over it. Sorry, that's what I think about when I think about Ninja Turtles.
If you want tough and precision, which some people value Dark Souls, Bloodborne, you know, Elden Ring, stuff that requires a very fine precision and a button press or a parrying mechanic. That was, in a sense, like this, you know, foreshadowing of like difficult games. Then again, like Joycey said earlier, a lot of these NES games were tough, and Mike said, you know, with Contra, this was an area that made you tough. It built you differently.
Yeah.
I guess, like a couple levels from Super Mario Brothers, Ninja Turtles, and that second stage from Battletoads just come to mind. Like, I think they stand the test of time, that if they were made today in a comparable way, yet modernizing them, you would appreciate the different structures in them, how they flow, you know?
If you were to pick one level, which one would it be?
I'm gonna go with the Super Mario Brothers World 1-1.
Okay. I'm good.
That one.
Yeah, good. How about you, Jesse?
Believe it or not, y'all, I'm not gonna say Zelda. I think Zelda's come a long way, but I would not recommend really any of those dungeons now, considering what they've done with dungeons since then. Let's talk about, we could talk about Castlevania, right?
Ooh,
let's talk about Castlevania.
Oh yeah.
Castlevania 1 is another game that's a bit tough. But I'm gonna tell you what tripped me up as a kid was, I think it's that fourth level where you're like in the sky, this kind of the sky area. It's not as clear where to go, and you're kind of hitting different things. You're kind of out there just randomly, you know. And I think it's is that level 4? I want to say that's the 4th level. Oh yeah, go ahead and fast forward a little bit, Mike. Not this one.
Right here.
I think it's. Wait.
Did they already pass it? Did they beat it? This is the credits.
Go back a little bit.
If you live in Orlando,
I don't know. That's not even teeth. Commercial about teeth.
Just take care of your teeth, y'all. It's much cheaper.
Seriously.
Rewind a little bit more.
Be kind. Rewind.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me growing up, it wasn't as clear to go, and I hated those little Medusa heads, because back then you just didn't get pushed back. No, you got knocked back.
Yeah.
You know, like almost a few frames. That was always frustrating. And I would get confused like around here and things like that. But still, it was fun. I don't know if I could say honestly that this particular level, the way it is, could be brought to the forefront now, but redesigned with, you know, our modern technology, and everything has to look pretty, and 8000K, and you know 120 frames per second and everything. I think that they could redesign this level even make it harder, redesign this level and put that in a new Castlevania game. And there is a new Castlevania game coming. So this was one of the toughest ones for me. And I mean, it was one of those, okay, that's Daddy, can I go outside now? Because the game cheating. Yeah, that was my excuse. The game was always cheating.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Man, these sounds take me back. Take me back. Castlevania.
I know.
I played this game so much before. But that's a good. Any level in particular from Castlevania stand out to you, Andre C?
This one.
This one, right? This one?
Yeah, this one. For
Yeah,
me,
this is
for
awesome.
whatever reason, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
it was just so difficult for me.
Yeah. So, for me, I have to go back to Super Mario, but I'm gonna go to Super Mario 3. Why Super Mario 3? Well, it's Super Mario 3. It's that first Super Mario game that showed us the map, right? Because every other Mario game just kind of gave us levels and levels and levels. This one showed us like an actual open kind of world map where you see all of the levels, you see the castle, and I love this game about that. But one of the cool things about this world is the world design itself. You know,
the music is fire too.
The music is crazy, yeah. But the world design in this game, all the mechanics, like right now, how they design so that you can hit that little shell, it breaks all that. He just missed the little thing that takes him up to the sky, the bonus level. But I can't stand that. Like somebody misses something, hey, go back. Oh, come on. And then you come here, and then you kind of you press down, and then you go through the level so you can get your little flute to skip the world. But the world design for Super Mario Brothers 3, I think it was like peak Mario, and I think this was like the starting ground for what Super Mario World, became. To me, this is my all-time favorite Mario game. Then after this one, Mario Wonder took the second place because it was it just reminded me so much of this Mario, right? Mario World, I loved it too. Believe it or not, I wasn't too crazy. I was. I mean, not that I don't like it, but it's the least of my favorite power-ups, the cape. Add a cape to Mario, he flies with a little, But I actually like Mario's turning into that little raccoon guy better.
That's fair. I will agree with you though that I think Super Mario Wonder really took a lot of elements from the old Mario games.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will say this also, there's not a bad 2D Mario.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad 3D Mario either.
Yeah. And this is this was also the first Mario where they showed us. Let me see if I can bring it over here. I'm hoping this person did play throughout the entire thing, and we can go and look at all the levels. But the level that I'm talking about that really kind of caught my attention, I went nuts over, was the giant world. If I can't find it here, but it was the super massive giant world. I think he just skipped it. This person is speedrunning the level. Yeah, he speedrun. But I'm talking about the giant world where everything is just so massive and so huge, right? The big giant question blocks and makes you have they ever brought back the giant world? Paul, do you know of any other Mario games?
They brought back the giant mushroom, I think, that makes you a giant.
I saw 3D Mario, I think it was.
I didn't realize I was muted for a moment. In Super Mario 64, they kind of did have a giant world. It was one of the 3D stages where Mario went into a tunnel and out popped. Everybody was
I remember
bigger than him. Remember that?
I remember, yeah.
I forgot the name of the stage.
It's where you jump in the little shell, kind of like right as a little surfboard or whatever.
That would be a really cool thing to see. I mean, now with stronger CPU, more powerful GPU than ever. Imagine something like that in a new 3D Mario game where it's just overwhelming skyscraper like Goombas and stuff like that, and you're
Yeah.
climbing up it or whatever. And on the alternative, you're like a big Mario or everyone's miniaturized,
Yeah.
and just see this sea of, not a dozen, no, not like 50 little characters moving around, but like 300 mini Koopa shells, and just to show off the sophistication of what the system could do.
Yeah.
All of these shells, 500 of them, bopping back and forth, and just Mario towering over, smashing them. Because you remember that ending sequence to Super Mario Odyssey where you were Bowser and breaking stuff,
Yeah.
or basically all of Donkey Kong Bonanza? That kind of chaos, that mayhem, would be pretty cool in a new Mario game to be on the both small or big side. I like that idea.
Yeah, and continue to talk about the level design on Super Mario 3. This is where they brought more puzzles into the levels. Like you have to find the right door, and depending on the door you find, you get closer to the boss, or you go into other secret rooms you can find there. Is throughout the entire level. I just love the world design from Super Mario. This game just makes me happy. The soundtrack makes me happy. Like Josie was saying, the music is awesome. Just now, every level has like its little intricate things. It forces you to slow down. Like here, for those who I like to speedrun a lot, and I like when the game was forcing me to slow down. Hey, just slow down, take it easy, enjoy the game, right? And so I just love the world design for Super Mario Brothers 3. I think that the giant world would be epic if done today in a Super Mario Wonder level, right? Or even if they added to Super Mario, is it in Super Mario 2, Super Mario Maker 2? I don't remember seeing it, but is a giant world? Can you create giant levels in Super Mario Maker? Anybody in chat can help me with that. But I think if they do add it to Super Mario Maker 3, then that will be crazy epic. Adding these giant levels, even in 3D, right? Super Mario Maker 3, adding 3D creation where you can create your own little Super Mario 64 level, make things as big or as small as you want. Add the Wonder Flower to the mix to see how that Wonder Flower would work in a 3D environment. And so, yeah, I think that the giant world for me from Super Mario Brothers 3 would be crazy. Yeah.
You know what Mario reminds me of in a nutshell? Y'all know Ralph from The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all know that meme of him just sitting there and he's like, I'm in danger. That's what Mario feels like, that meme, because the music is so whimsical and fun.
Yeah.
And and all the Goombas are flying at you and you're jumping across, huge long platforms and all these different things. And it's like, I'm in danger.
Yeah. I mean, it's just awesome. It's just fantastic. I love Super Mario. All right. So with that said, any final thoughts? Paul?
If it wasn't for the NES, probably eventually the video game industry would have ignited regardless, I think. I don't want to give it this absolute credit that had it not existed, we would not be gaming in some capacity here in 2026. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it did definitely ignite the way, and credit has to be given. Without it, it could have been a delayed start to the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly without it, we wouldn't have had so many beloved IPs that started, because here's something that, you want to look at. What began on the NES? Yeah, you've got Mario and Zelda and Metroid, but you also have third parties such as Mega Man, Castlevania, Final Fantasy. So you have a lot of history in these 80s products that stood the test of time, that began their life on the NES. So, would some of these exist later on had it been another company? And then, someone saw the avenue, probably, right? Artists would still have a mind, computer engineers would still be working for another company, and folks would find a way how to get to today. But that's all hypothetical talk. That's all trying to come up with a parallel reality, and we kind of can't. So what we can say is that, yes, thanks to the NES, we are where we are. And if it wasn't for it, we certainly wouldn't be where we are now. It would be different. I don't think it would be better. I think it would be delayed, maybe slightly not as up to par where we are at present. But I give the system a lot of credit. I love it. And everything about my first experience with it, is a cherished memory. And I'm glad that people nowadays have a chance to play it very easily, very accessible, and see just what was it like back in the day, for our generation. So
well put.
Good things.
Well put. And any final last thoughts you wanna add?
Where you could find me. That's one last final thought. I am at Paul Gale Network on mostly X and YouTube, putting up daily gaming history shorts, and currently also doing a countdown until the release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And once in a while, I put up other, long content videos. And that's about it.
So cool. All right, thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Go check out Paul Gale Network's channel. The countdowns, the history. There's a lot more content out there than what he's promoting. You guys will enjoy it. So go check out Paul Gale Network right now if you have not subscribed yet. Joycey, any last thoughts?
I got one. We're gonna do social commentary because you know how I do. Only because I saw it in the chat earlier. Like, why do adults play Nintendo games? First of all, again, we were the Nintendo kids.
Yep.
We were. We're 40 now and older. So we grew up on these games, and what a blessing to be in this particular timeline. Just so we could watch, our favorite thing kind of grow up with us. It's not the nostalgia. It's not, loyalty, brand loyalty. It's because Nintendo really is that good.
Yep.
And because they're that good, guess what? The rest of the industry got to be that good. How many people, you all have seen it? I know we don't have E3 and we don't have gatherings the way we used to celebrate directs and state of plays and those types of things. But there's just the pure joy that something so little gives people. Let folks have it. So guys, don't listen to anyone who says you're too old for this or too old for that. I lost a good 20 years of gaming because I listened to that voice.
Yeah.
And I'm still playing catch up. So don't be like me. Don't listen to the haters. It's if you live in America, I know exactly that you are underpaid and overworked. I don't care how much you love your job or hate it. You're still underpaid and you're still overworked.
Yep.
So you take your hard-earned money that I know you spent at least 40 hours this week getting, and you go do something good for yourself. Okay? Alrighty then.
I could have not put it better. Joycey just literally, both answers. Paul and Joycey home run both of them. Life is too short. Come on, you're here one day, out the next. Enjoy. Buy that game, buy that system, do what you love, and it'll pay you back in happiness. So that's what it's all about. Thank you, Joycey. That's amazing. Shout out to Bill Mini 5606. When do you predict a main direct? I'm gonna say June, because the path is straight. It's Nintendo has kind of already laid out everything they have planned until the month of May. Makes perfect sense. They have nothing to do until June. Summer Game Fest is around the corner. There's a lot of presentations coming up. Perfect month for Nintendo to jump in and give us the rest of the calendar year and even the beginning of next year, which will be super exciting. I've been saying that since the beginning of January. I've been learning a little bit about my friend Paul here, doing analytic, looking at history and looking at numbers and predicting based on that. And everything that I predicted based on those analytics, numbers, and patterns has actually come to pass. And so anything from the partner showcase, from the indie world, and the Nintendo Direct for Mario, all that stuff, everything was predicted on the X account, just using analytics and look at Nintendo behavior. And so I just feel June is perfect for Nintendo to jump in. The 4th anniversary is also there. And it's gonna be a fun one. What do you guys think?
Agree.
Yeah, I think I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I wish Nintendo would do exactly what I think they should do is, drop something in March and everything, but they have been dropping things.
Yeah,
but
we
yeah,
have.
but
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, okay, I am gonna just drop a little bit of reality on all of us. Whenever the next direct comes, I promise y'all, we're not getting 10 Zelda games, 5 Mario games, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree, okay? So get over being mad right now. Just get over being mad and just be happy the direct is coming. Just ride the hype train, y'all. You're gonna find something that we're gonna love. Now, does that mean we're not gonna get any Zelda or Mario? I don't know. But all I'm saying is don't worry. The direct is coming. Nintendo is not just gonna, I know they've done it before, but they're not gonna rest on their laurels this time. We got, they got games that they want to sell us. They're just keeping their cards very, very close to their chest.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna make another prediction just to add to it, based on what I've seen. June, yes, there will be a new 3D Mario announced, but not for the holiday season, for 2027. They're gonna do the same exact look at Pokemon Winds and Waves. I call it Winds and Waves, right? It's the next gen Nintendo game. 2027 is the year when Nintendo goes full on with Nintendo Switch 2. Till this time, they're still supporting Nintendo Switch with games. The last game being right now Rhythm Haven Grooves, which is still have yet to release have a release date, and so I think that 2027 is when Nintendo's going all in, swinging with the 3D Mario, and it's going to be the Zelda year, just like Nintendo did with Super Mario. They made everything around the movie. They're making everything around the Zelda movie, starting in June, and they will schedule Zelda related events and games from then to the movie. I believe there's a game coming from Zelda because there has to be a game in there along this, just like they did with Yoshi in the Mysterious Book and the 3D the DLC for Mario Wonder around the Mario movie. They're gonna plug into the same exact thing with the Zelda movie. They're gonna throw up maybe a top-down Zelda game, maybe a remake here and there, just to kind of complement that, to have something new around the movie releasing. So I expect all that stuff to be announced in June.
Hey, so yeah. You know what I really would like? Nintendo would never do this, but if I ran marketing at Nintendo and I knew we had all the bangers everybody's hoping for, because everybody, for whatever reason, thinks the only good directs are when we get new Splatoon, new Smash Bros, new Animal Crossing, new Mario, and new Zelda, I would love if Nintendo just said, I heard y'all was talking mess out there. Y'all thought we don't have no hits. And then just runs a sizzle trailer of all these huge hit games. And then just mic drops. And then that's the direct. That's it.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
For sure, I can tell you we get a teaser trailer for the movie in June. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Teaser trailer. So? Yeah, teaser trailer for the movie in June. We'll get to see Ganondorf, who is Ganondorf, and we'll finally hear the official release of who's playing Impa, although we already saw her visually. We know who she is, but we'll get the official announcement in June, beginning the 4th anniversary of Zelda. And I think it's gonna be a big one because this is the movie is coming out next year. And so they want to go big, they want to go home. And I think it's going to be epic. And with that, my friends, Joycey has to go rest, take a nap, and get him feel better. Paul has to go attend his family, and of course I gotta empty my eye drops in my bottle before I get back to Pokovia. And so, with that said, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching. Joycey, did you tell them where they can find you?
Oh yeah, y'all could find me on Twitter because I will not call it anything else. It's Twitter. Okay,
Wow.
it's Twitter. Okay,
Wow.
at DJ Joycey. And I apologize, guys. I don't tweet as much as I used to, but always feel free to reach out. My mentions are open. My DMs are open, especially if you want to talk Zelda.
Of course. And next week, my friends, we have a trial going on. There will be a Zelda game on trial. I will be the judge. Paul, either Joycey or Paul will be the persecutor, and the lawyer. Prosecutor, is that how you say it? Prosecutor.
It's prosecutor, not persecutor.
Prosecutor. How do you say it? So prosecutor.
Oh my God.
So either Paul or Joycey will be one of those, and then you guys will be the jury in the chat, and you have to vote on whether the game is guilty of being horrible or whatever we come up with at the time. But stay tuned to next Friday. The jury begins, the battle begins, and we're gonna roast the game till no end. All right, friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have reached the Nintopics podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the channel on Paul, on Joycey at on Twitter, and at Mike Odyssey here on Nintendo on the YouTube, on the tube, and of course on Apple.
We all
Podcasts,
need to go lay down.
Podcast and Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Never give up and
Journey on.
Journey on, because the journey continues. We have to continue with the journey and stuff. Because if not, then
even though you can't see me, I'm giving everybody hearts and air hugs and blows kisses.
I'll do it for Joycey. Here you go, hearts.
Yay!
Look, it worked.
Yes.